Getting back to the basics today. So a steroid that sometimes increases your appetite and sometimes literally cuts off your appetite. What am I talking about? Is it an androgenic or an anabolic compound? Stay tuned because we're going back to the basics today. Hi everyone, what's up? Welcome to Miami Life and Fitness, a channel about anabolics, fitness, nutrition, coaching. Alright, so this video goes out to Shelly in upstate New York. We had a consultation a few weeks ago, and she was asking about a couple of subs. Obviously Var and Primo, just like all females do, but then she also was curious about Anadrol. And you know what? At first, because it is an androgenic compound, but really is it? Because as far as on paper, the anabolic rating, it's way more anabolic than it is androgenic, but it's considered a very androgenic compound, super strong compound. And we had this conversation because when she first asked about it, I basically told her, no, that's not for us. Females really shouldn't use this. I really don't recommend it. You know, you're already pretty lean, you're fit, you're an athlete. You know, just stick to Anadrol and Primo, blah, blah, blah. But then she was telling me that, you know, because she is so lean and she does eat clean and she does lift really heavy, but she is a hard gainer. It's hard for her to gain weight. It's hard for her to keep her weight. And even though she has increased her food and increased her calories, it's still hard for her to maintain her weight. So when a female has this issue, and when a female is not ready to take testosterone or doesn't want to take testosterone, and she is at the age where she could take it, but again, like me, everybody thinks I take testosterone and I don't either. I'm a perfect example of it. And so I can understand exactly where she's coming from because she doesn't want to take it as well, and I completely understand. So in that case, you could take something else that's going to not only increase your testosterone, increase your muscle growth, but also make you gain a little bit of weight. Not bad weight, but just a little bit of weight as you're gaining muscle and increasing your calories. One of these supplements is Anadrol. And the reason why I decided to make this video is because at first I had told her not to take it. And then when she showed me her labs and we spoke again, I actually said, you know what? I think you should. I think you should take it, but don't take it for that long because it is a highly toxic, or I don't want to use the word highly toxic, but it's more toxic compared to other anabolic steroids. I don't want to say it's highly toxic because to me the one that's highly toxic is halotestin, which I haven't taken, and Superdrol, which I have, which if you watch my Superdrol video, I think it was 2 years ago, that was probably the worst garbage I've ever put in my body and knocked me down flat for 3 days. Terrible, horrible. I would never recommend Superdrol to anyone. But it's definitely not that toxic where it shuts somebody down where I'm in bed for 3 days. It is not like that. So but compared to other anabolics, it is a little more toxic than others. So you really shouldn't take it for that long, 6 to 8 weeks, and then switch to something else, maybe T-Ball or Anavar, Primo, or something of that nature that is a little less effective with obviously much less side effects. But the originality of Anadrol was originally made for a medicinal use for anemia, osteoporosis, as well as muscle waste for those that were malnourished and weren't getting the proper nutrients and were obviously losing muscle for, you know, made for muscle waste and osteoporosis and then anemia, just like Anavar as well. And so in the bodybuilding world, the men use it to increase muscle growth and increase strength. It does give you a lot of strength, and the main reason why I wanted to make this video is because after I spoke to Shelly, I got my personal lab results a couple of weeks ago, and I realized that my testosterone was very high, which I really don't know why, because I was just taking MPP, and I really don't take that high of a dose. Much less than I was when I was competing. And my estrogen, or the estradiol, was low. So I wanted something that would help me increase my estrogen just a little bit without taking an estrogen supplement, without without medicating with estrogen itself, and because I don't want to take testosterone, so I'm not So that wasn't an option, and that's not an option for me. So I'm thinking, what else can I do myself, since I know how to manipulate these anabolic compounds in my body? And do not try this at home. Please set up a consultation with me first to discuss what's best for you and your body and your position. So I decided that I was gonna take Anadrol. I've already been on Anadrol for not even 2 weeks, I don't think. I'm not sure. It's either, I really don't remember. Maybe it is 2 weeks. Maybe it is 2 weeks, but it hasn't really been that long. It hasn't really been that long. But I can feel myself way stronger. My sex drive has increased a little bit from the MPP, which was at a healthy range anyway. But what I did notice was my strength is incredible, and I have gained weight. So I have gained about 4 pounds in the past 2 weeks, and I noticed it because it's not really in my upper body, but in my hip area and my thighs and my butt just start to grow out a little bit. And it does freak me out in the front part when I look at myself in the front and I see that my hips start getting wider, and I automatically know. And then I look at myself in the mirror, and because I am somewhat delusional, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm fat, I'm getting fat, I'm gaining weight, I'm getting fat. And I gained 4 pounds. So now I'm 144, and I gained 4 pounds after being on the Anadrol for just 2 weeks. So I am retaining that little bit of water, but it's not that bad because it's not showing in my stomach. But it will make you gain weight, and it will make you hungry because I am eating way more food and I'm eating more frequently. And the other day I finished my training, and 30 minutes later I said, holy crap, I'm hungry again. And after I got home, I think an hour later, I ate again. So, you know, it doesn't matter. You don't have to look at the clock. You don't have to put your food on a timer. Your body will tell you when you're hungry. But this is something really interesting that I did after I spoke with her and after I got my labs. And I'm thinking, wait, what else can I do to increase my estrogen just a little bit, because it was very low. Which was weird, because when testosterone is that high, usually the estrogen will start to creep up as well, and it didn't. So my testosterone was over 1,000. God, don't ask me how, from MPP. My strength in the gym, the other day I did legs with no problem, and after I did my 3 heavy compound moves, I said, holy crap, I can actually do that workout all over again right now. And that's not normal. That's not normal after a heavy leg day, after your 9 sets of heavy compound moves. So yeah, so I'm not telling anyone to take this. If you do need a consultation and you want to talk about Anadrol, set up a consultation with me at MiamiLifeandFitness.com and book your consultation there. So basically, we really have to be very careful with the compounds that we take, and if we are going to choose to take Anadrol for whatever reason, this does include men as well, just know that you should not take it for more than 8 weeks. For the ladies that do have muscle waste, for the ladies that are hard gainers, for the ladies that are trying to gain weight, then this could be a possibility. Because it does increase your appetite. A lot of people that take it say that it does kill your appetite, and I know this is the second time that I run it. I did it last year for 4 weeks, and I did feel that it did decrease my appetite the last 2 weeks. Right now, my appetite is a racehorse. Again, I'm only on week 2, or at the end of week 2. Anyway, so that's the video about Anadrol. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, this is for entertainment purposes and my personal experience purposes. This is not a supplement for the ladies. This is not something that I'm telling the ladies to take. If you don't have a purpose, you may not need to take anything unless you actually need hormonal replacement. So that's my personal experience with Anadrol, and I wanted to make this video for Shelly because we were just talking about this, and I'm thinking, damn, I just told her not to take it, and then I'm taking it now. So I am kind of glad that I told you to actually take it when you get it and try it and see if it's good, because it'll be good for you, because you are a hard gainer, and thus it will work for you for a short period of time. So hope you liked the video, Shelly, and hope everybody liked the video of Anadrol and my experience with it. If you have any questions about Anadrol, email me at miamilifeandfitness.com if you need to set up a consultation. If you need to do labs because your doctors aren't going to run labs for you, and you don't want to be harassed and ask questions about why you want to get your estrogen checked, your progesterone, your tests, and anything else, then go to privatemdlabs.com. My code is Miami for a 15% off, and you can choose whatever lab or panel you want to run depending on what you need. And you're not going to get harassed. You're just going to walk into a Quest or a LabCorp and walk in with your script, get it done, and you have your results in a couple days. It's that easy. So that's that. Let's go Anadrol.